Welcome back to $700 Audi. This is our 2000 or 2001 Buick Park Ave Ultra supercharged. This car's got a couple problems. For one, this door handle doesn't work and it needs some brakes. We got some grinding going on, and then we also have a broken window clip. And what happens when the window clip breaks is you can roll this window down and it'll end up like this. Okay, there's two window clips that go in here that hold the window in. I'll give a little more detail when I get into it. But we have to take essentially both door panels off. To do that, in any door panel, there's usually something that holds it in here or under here or in here. And then usually something up in here in this corner, and then there's either clips, so the upholstery clips that are like push pins. So there's usually either those, or you've got something that, like, you know, you take those apart and then you slide this whole door frame up. And in this case, that's what we're dealing with. You take all the screws out. In this car, there's one behind this light. There's two in here inside the door, and then there's a push pin right there, which this one's missing. And then there's a screw behind the door handle. Once you get all that stuff out, you basically just take the whole thing and lift up on it, and it just slides right off. So we're going to go ahead and take that apart. Alright, so we're going to pop this out of here. We already took two screws out of there. Okay, there's one that goes here and one that goes there. And that thing just pops up. There's a little tab right here that holds the whole plastic door handle thing in. But, you know, this car's kind of old. It's got a lot of miles on it. Sometimes this stuff just doesn't go back together right. So I'm using a little plastic tool. Just going to run this around the corner. Hang on one sec. Just going to run this around the edge until we get back here. Just kind of pry out a little bit. Make sure everything's good and loose. We use a plastic tool so we don't damage this plastic piece here. And then once you got everything loosened up, we're just going to take it, pop it out, pull out on the door handle, wiggle it just a little bit, and there we go. So that takes care of that. Alright. So that's what we're looking at underneath here. And in this case, there's nothing holding this together. We just need to get it out of the way because this door handle stays on the door card, or like inside the door when we pull this panel up. And we don't want that interfering with the plastic piece we just took apart. So there's that, and then we also have this indicator light back here that we have to get out of the way. And this one's fairly simple. You just take it, pop it out, and then just disconnect this. And then there's going to be a screw right there. Again, this one's missing, but this light still has to come out. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. It's hot. Alright, got it. And this just pull up on that and it gets out of there. Man, this thing is warm. Alright, so that's all done. That one's out of there, that's out of there, the screw's in there, the screw there. In this car, there's nothing along this tray right here. And this is one where the whole door panel just slides up. So we can ditch the plastic tool, just, you know, grab it down here, give it a lift. So once the door cover's off, this is what you're looking at. Here's where door connector connects in. You gotta take this thing off, and it fits pretty obviously like this. Okay, and they're 10mm bolts that attach that. And once that's off, it's just a matter of taking these little plastic clips out, and you can use an upholstery tool like this, and it just fits underneath the edge like so, and then you just pry out, pop out. There's two. There's one here and one here, and then this just peels out. Now when you're peeling that out, it's held together with butyl. Butyl's pretty nasty stuff. Just a little tip and trick here: if you take butyl on the back side of this and just kind of like poke it and tap it, like when this is peeling apart, a fair amount of this is going to get stuck on the car, but if you just do this, you'll get a lot of it off. Alright, if you're interested in that. Now if you get it like on your skin or something, same rules apply. And then if you really have to get it off of you, a lot of degreaser cleaners will work. Don't use water, don't use alcohol. You'll want to use like a degreaser, like soap. Dawn dish soap actually does a really good job of getting this off of cars and off your skin and that kind of thing. Just breaks it apart real nice. So once that's off, then you can get to the inner mechanics of the door. And then all we got to do is just disconnect that plug right there. And all we had to do was push down on this tab. See, it's got a little latch. So when it sits in here, it's connected, and you'll push up here and it'll release this. And then once that's released, this whole door panel just comes out, and you can see how it's held in. It's got these clips on the bottom that just hang onto the ledge, and then there's clips up here on top that just hang onto the ledge too. And that's it. Now this broken window clip, move this out of the way. Broken window clips, should have rolled the window down before I did this, but I don't know if you can tell. There's one right back there. Let me turn the light on. There's one, and then the other one's gonna be I don't know if there's a good way to get in here, but it's the same way we're gonna get to our door handle, because the door handle is the same on the other side too. So if you need to roll the window down, like I'm gonna have to roll the window down, just take and replug this guy back in over here, and then just use the control, turn the key on, control the thing down here. So let's go ahead and do that. All we're gonna do is plug that guy back in. Gotta go get the key. I got the key. This is what happens when we roll our window down here. This is good times right here. Woo! That's what we're doing right there. Now, try to roll this down anymore, it's probably gonna pop out of here. So let's just take and turn the ignition off. Put the key down here. Pop this back off. And like I said before, I'm just going to take this, push in right here. Oop. That wasn't supposed to happen. That's alright though. Just push in the normal spot. Ah, dang, flies attacking me. This is what it looks like. Let's see if I can get a better picture of that. Hang on. This is what it looks like. We're just going to push down on this tab right here on the top, and then pull that apart. And let me just rehang this up. You don't want to work for me, do you? There we go. Let's do it the other way. It'll work. Nope, it won't. Okay. I'll just leave it like that. Alright, now we can get a pretty good look at these broken window clips. And that's what we're dealing with right there. So, this thing is snapped there's supposed to be a whole nother piece right here that holds that in, and it's broken. These are super easy to replace and get to, and they're cheap. They're just getting harder to find because the car's so old. But that's how that works. And there's a little detent right up in here that the window clip clips into, holds it in place. So if you get a window like this, go here first, make sure your window clips are okay. I mean, you know, if this one broke, the window would be going like this, not like this. So just something to think about. But you know, pretty easy to get this door card apart. This is a pretty old car. Had this door card off like last week, maybe a week and a half ago. So pretty easy for me. You know, your window regulators all in here too if you had to do any of that stuff. But fortunately we don't. And then this is the door control module, speaker. So to get this thing out of here, got hair in my mouth. Ugh. Alright, so that's how the clip sits in there. And all you do is put this 90-degree pick right here between this metal piece and the plastic piece and just pop it out. This thing kind of sits in here all willy-nilly like. But if you just pry that out a little bit while you're pushing up on the window, this thing will pop out. And then all you gotta do after it's released is take this and pull out like that. And then you got your old window clip. And then to replace it, you just slide this in here like this. That little hole lines up with the groove in the window clip. And then you can just push the window back down and it pops back in there. Pretty easy. Not too bad. That's it. Now that I've got this door panel off, see where this black line is right here? Kind of goes around the window. Well, that's where that thing goes. I mean, obviously it's destroyed. I didn't destroy it, just so we're clear. But that is the barrier between, you know, the outside elements and the inside of the car, or where the door card is. So since this thing's all destroyed, we're going to replace that. And typically how that works is use like a window sealant, or, you know, this is originally butyl. Butyl's like a thick, tacky, sticky rubber substance that never really dries. Okay, it's pretty nasty stuff. But if you use a window or flashing sealant that you can get at like Home Depot, and just a piece of plastic, you know, the flimsy, like, yeah, I mean, kind of like that, but it's like a yellowish, clearish color. You can actually cut a hole out for the speaker, cut a hole out for the door handle, and you'll want to make holes for like some of the attachment points and things like that. And obviously, like, this harness is going to have a hole in it for that. But in another case, what you do is you cut out that piece of plastic and just redo this whole thing. Other than that, that's it. That's how you take this door panel apart. That's how you put it back together. Some of the problems you're going to see if you need to do your door control module. These are 10mm bolts right here. And you just remove all these connectors. You need to replace the speaker, same kind of deal. They'll look like 8mm probably. Of course, this is American car, so it's probably some weird 7/32 or 16ths or some BS like that. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching $700 Audi. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications for when I upload new videos.